Hey, you guys. I'm doing no cap Sunday. Y'all have to excuse my pigtails because I have changed clothes and I am relaxing with the family. My son is going off to the Air Force this week. So this is our last Sunday with him for a while. But I wanted to jump on here right quick. Of course, you're going to hear them in the background. Laughing and playing. I'm a little out of breath because I started washing clothes and been up and down the stairs and all that sort of stuff. But I wanted to make sure that I jumped on here for a little bit to have some consistency with this No Cap Sunday situation we got going. So we had a really good service today, of course. Sunday school was good. We talked about how we're not supposed to rely on it talked about sorcery. It was kind of, different. Talked about not relying on palm readers or psychics, or those things of the world, basically, that are deemed okay in the world. And this is a topic that kind of comes up quite a bit, not being conformed to those traditions of the world, but to be conform to those traditions that God has for us to follow. And it's not necessarily traditions, but the rules that God would have us to follow. And I thought it was interesting because, we even talked about what's it called, horoscopes and whatnot, and how people actually live day to day based on these different things, on horoscopes and all that sort of thing. But in the Bible, it calls on us to rely on God's wisdom and to not conform to the world. So we actually also got into this discussion about how things become so regular because we hear them so much, or they're easy, if that makes sense. Like, one example that was used was like buying stolen goods. So like, somebody may approach you and be like, hey, I got these name brand. I'm not a name brand person, so I'm not even gonna try to call out a name because it's probably not in style, those things that I like now. But um a name brand, something that would normally cost $200, and they have stole it, okay, or came about having it illegally, and they're gonna just charge you $20 for it. You're like, ooh, that's a deal, But as we know, of course, that's accessory to theft of some sort. So it's, but those are just kind of common things that we probably don't think about that much because it's a deal to us, and we figure, okay, this person is hustling, they doing what they got to do to make it. And how it becomes normal to us to do things that are not necessarily the right thing to do, because we allow it. I mean, and we think of it as little small things that we may allow to happen. I definitely have bought something from somebody before that I'm sure they didn't get the right way, but I was like, "Ooh, that's a good deal," because I can't go to the store and get this for this amount. But I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that's one of the things that can be a challenge. We also talked about how things become normal to us. Like, one example was used that, I guess last week or within this last month, a young man, 15-year-old, killed a man, and they basically talked about it maybe one day, and then it's been forgotten about. We don't have the same astonishment that we used to have. Like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened. Because those things happen so much. Even when you think about like shootings at schools, or the just shootings in big places that harm other people. The first time that we heard that, we was like, oh my God, that's horrible. And it really just affected our worlds. But now it's like, oh, we got another active shooter and such, because we've heard it so much. Yes, we feel that it's bad and we feel bad about it, but not the same kind of way that we did the first time it happened. And so we have to be really careful about not getting used to doing just worldly things. I thought this was a really good lesson, in how, God wants us to rely on Him as our source, and not the world, and how we can get so entangled with our comfort level that we're doing things that are not ethically, not ethnic, ethically, correct. but we don't feel it because we've conformed so much into the world. And so, additionally, we had a really good sermon today as well. And the pastor kind of brought it up that, we have Lent going on and people are giving up they're fasting and giving up things for Lent. I haven't done that, but that's what kind of prompted the message. And he was talking about how the devil tempted Jesus, and how the devil has no new tricks, and how he's going to keep coming. And although the pastor didn't say this, the first thing I thought about was a lot of times if we had the same determination that the devil has in trying to get our soul, just imagine how great we would be, how great things would be for us, or how much better our lives would be. I think that, initially we're really vigilant. I know when I first accepted Christ in my life, I was just a little girl, but I was very vigilant. And over the years, that vigilance has wavered, kind of back and forth. But that excitement and that vigilance and that determination, well, the devil doesn't waver when it comes to being determined about getting your soul. Okay, he doesn't waver. He's on his A game when it comes to that. But it was also brought up that he doesn't have any new tricks. He will, like he was tempting Jesus, he was tempting him through fleshly things. A lot of times that's how he approaches us. Now he may try new things with us as individuals. It may be something new that we haven't experienced, but it's nothing new under the sun, as we say. It's nothing new. But we have to be aware of those things. And to me, that kind of ties into the Sunday school lesson, being aware of those subtleties, those things that don't seem like they'll do any harm. So it's like, we're not hurting anybody. Why not do this? To me, that's the gateway to the beginning of bigger things. So that's my No Cap Sunday review, you guys. I'm going to be turning off my phone. Y'all hear my niece? She's calling me. You hear her? But she's like, TT. But I'm going to be turning off my phone. So if you're trying to reach me, you won't be able to, because I'm doing family time and just, trying to get some quality time with my kid. If you have not already, be sure to subscribe to Shay Cherie on YouTube. Also, follow me on Instagram, Shay Cherie, and follow my Facebook page, Memoirs of an Imperfect Christian. There is nothing wrong with following each and every one of those pages. Leave a comment if you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment if you didn't enjoy this video. If you have subject matters that you want to talk about, let me know. I will definitely be having Sweet Truth Thursday. If you have something that you want to talk about for Sweet Truth Thursday, let me know. All right, you guys. Y'all have a good rest of the day. I hope you're having a great Sunday.